Welcome back to my home cooks and chef. We got a special one today. We're gonna be doing some bread pudding, you guys. And the reason why we're doing bread pudding is we're celebrating Black History Month. And the one way to do that is to get into the soul food history of Black history. So we're gonna be doing that the entire month. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you're not new, welcome back. And we're gonna get into these ingredients on how to make this easy and delicious bread pudding. Let's get into it. Get into the ingredients. So I'm gonna let you know we got 4 eggs, 1.5 cup of milk. We have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1.5 teaspoon, half a teaspoon of salt, sea salt, half a teaspoon of ginger, half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And then next you gotta have 2 tablespoons of vanilla, whole can of condensed milk. Also too, you wanna have 1 cup of candied walnuts, which you guys will see in the video. I'll probably link it below where I made it, so, I'm not gonna make it in this one, that's already done. But if you wanna check out the video how I made some candied walnuts, very simple and easy and really, really quick, you guys. So, I'm about to get ready to get a bowl and whip these ingredients up. Oh, and last but not least, a half a dozen of glazed donuts, you guys. So we're gonna whip this all up. So we're gonna start with the custard, and then we're gonna get into, putting the custard over the donuts when it is done. So we're gonna be making this bread pudding really simple and easy. All right, you guys. All right, so we're gonna whip up this custard. First thing you wanna do is add in your milk. First thing you wanna do is add in your condensed milk, the whole can. And then this is gonna be 1.5 cups of whole milk, you guys. Oh, and don't forget, I meant to mention, with those donuts, make sure it's stale bread. So what I did was I left them in the refrigerator. I bought them from the store, left them in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks, let it stale up. But you can go down to the markdown and get some stale donuts or some old donuts. That's a good way to do it, stuff like that. Because when you make it, anytime you make it, bread pudding, you wanted to make sure it's stale. And I want to let you guys know, happy Black History Month, you guys. And these are one of the dishes that my family is known to make. Is bread pudding, but I do my little twist on it, making a donut bread pudding. But normally they would use stale old bread, and do the same custard with, some other ingredients like raisin and a few other things or fruit. It just depends on, how everybody likes it. Some people may use old cinnamon bread, or cinnamon toast bread and do the same exact thing. So I just wanted to use, some glazed stale old bread. But if you see my last video, I made a very easy and simple maple bacon bread pudding. Maple bacon donut bread pudding with a rum glazed sauce. So definitely check out that video also too that I have in my playlist. All right, you guys. So let's get this custard fixed up. So all right, so you're gonna mix up my eggs. Mix them up. 4 whole eggs. So whip up your eggs. Have a whisk. Now you can use your kitchen. I could use my kitchen aid, but I decided I didn't want to. Hey, you gotta put your back into it, you guys. Add your 4 eggs into your ingredients in here. Now mix all of it in together. Take your time. You don't want to be splashing, but you want to make sure everything is incorporated together. If you want to skip this step and just put it in your mixer, you can. But I wanted to do it this way by hand. It's nothing like whipping your own stuff up yourself. All right, you guys. And so next, add in your vanilla and all of your dry ingredients. All right, and just mix them all in. Take your time. Like I said, don't splash or nothing like that. Make sure you incorporate everything in there. Let me finish mixing this custard up, and we put them on the add this custard onto the dough. That the custard is done. I'll pour it into, and what this does is it sops it up, so just pour it over. Try to get all the donuts, might look like a little messy, but it's really not. It's going to absorb, so it might look like it's a lot, so just take your time. The donuts actually absorb all of the liquids and stuff like that, so if you want to, you can press it down, and it'll absorb into the donut. That's one thing I did. That's the reason why you like it stale, because a lot of times when bread is not stale, it still have moisture inside. So this is one way to do it. So pour the rest of this on, and then we're gonna add the pecans on top when everything is done. So now I'm gonna put it in the oven on 350 degrees. Check on it between 10 to 15 minutes. It's pretty much always done. You just want the custard to soak and absorb and dry up a little bit. All right, you guys, I'll see you when this is done. So what we're gonna do is make this creamy rum sauce that we're gonna be putting over the putting the glaze over the bread pudding. We're gonna be adding in the candied walnuts and the raisins. So right now we're just gonna melt the butter down. So that's about 1/4 cup of butter that we're gonna melt down. So these are the ingredients. You're gonna have a 1/2 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon sea salt, and 1/2 cup of rum, and 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. And that's it. So I'll put all my heavy whipping cream and my rum all together. All right, so let's melt this down, put it on medium heat, and we'll start adding the ingredients. All right, so what you want to do is add in your brown sugar and salt. Mix everything in. Make sure you whisk everything around. Make sure everything is incorporated in before you add in your liquid. I'm going to smash down them up a little bit. Now with your brown sugar and butter is melted down, you add in your rum and heavy whipping cream. Sounding pretty good. And make sure it's on medium heat, you guys, because it can clump up the candy dip, so you don't want that to happen. So just mix everything in and let it come to a boil. You want your, obviously your liquid to burn off. You don't want your guests to be drunk off your rum, off your bread pudding. Sorry, so we're gonna do that now. You can do another step by lighting a little torch to it to burn it off a little bit much more quicker. I don't have my little torch with me. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. All right, so you just if you want to light it up a little bit, burn off the liquid. Just keep mixing. Now you don't have to skip this step. This is just great for entertainment purposes. You guys, and what you want to do is just burn it down, let it render down. You get to a nice, kind of almost right before honey, like a syrup consistency. So if you still see some liquid, some fire on it, once it burns off, that means that it's fully burned off. So I'm gonna let it do its thing, and we go over to adding in the walnuts and the raisins. So what we're gonna do is the alcohol is finally burned off. And you noted that the fire, calms down or dissipates or, goes away. That's when you start, it's time to add in your walnuts and your raisins, guys. But this is how you candy them up. This is how, this is how I do it. Now, there's other ways to do it. Like I said, I showed you a way to do it on my channel. You can check out the candied walnut video and do it exactly that way. I'm going to add it in, incorporate it, but I'm going to let this cook down a little bit to thicken up. Then we're going to pour it over in a jar to be able to pour over our bread pudding. I'm going to go check on the bread pudding. I think it's done. The bread pudding is done. The walnut glaze sauce, the walnut rum glaze sauce is done. So I'm about to put on these walnuts on top, you guys. Walnuts and raisins. Just spread it around. It's still hot. Now you can pour it right on, but I want to use some of the rum sauce for when I want to cut me up a piece. So I'm going to have some sauce, some sauce to pour over it, and you get in your dish. And you're gonna add ice cream, whipped cream, however you like, you guys. Spread out your walnuts all around, so make sure everybody has a nice little bite. Make sure you get all the raisins everywhere. Now you could put the raisins and the walnuts on it when it's cooking, but it can burn. So after making this a few times, so you want to definitely be careful of that. But yeah, this is one easy way that I like to do it. Because you don't want to have no burnt bread pudding. And just add a little glaze sauce on top. You guys. You don't have to add too much because there's already enough on there. And that's it, you guys. Man, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. I know I will when I be tasting it. But, you know what I'm saying, I'm your chef, KC, you know, and this is one of the easiest dishes you can make. You can get any type of bread or whatever you like that. If you have tried this recipe before, let me know in the comments below. If you have your own recipe that you want like me to try out, definitely, you know what I'm saying, you know, feel free to give me suggestions of anything. But enjoy Black History Month. I'm going to be actually having a lot of these dishes coming out throughout the whole entire month on different types of soul food dishes. This is my twist on bread pudding, you know what I'm saying? But let me know about yours, you guys. But I will see you guys in the next one. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, you guys. See you later.